Okay, we're doing the warm-up. Negative 3x minus 8 equals 6 plus 4x. There are some people after grading DD40 that don't understand. They're doing some crazy stuff. So we're going to subtract 4x from both sides. We want to remove the x's eliminate the x's from the right side. And now I suggest that you just keep on circling the x's all the way down. Because some people get to this point, and you know what they do? They want to add 7x back over there. Well, you just removed your x's from the right side. Why do you want to move them back? So we're going to add 8 to both sides. Negative 7x equals 14. I'm giving people time to finish this that didn't get it finished. When you get to this point, this should be easy, huh? I'm going to divide by what?
2.
No. No. Negative 7. And then x equals negative 2. Okay, I'm going to work it wrong and show you what some people did. Oh, hey, when do I get to circle that? When I've checked it. Some people are not checking. You're not checking it. You've got to check. Okay, so I want to show you, well, I'm going to show you what some people do. No, don't do this. No, yeah, do not do this. Thank you for asking. Okay, they get negative 6x minus 8 equals 6. They add the 8. They do so well. I just made a mistake, but so then they look on the paper. They look on the paper, and they can't find a 2. But they see a negative 2. So here's what they do. They come over here and go, negative 2. What do I do to this problem? Why? 14 divided by 7 is not negative 2. I check the work, guys. I check the whole thing. I check the whole thing. Here is what some people are doing. Right there. Now, I didn't count off for this. Well, I mean, I counted off a few points. Some people just did it a couple of times, and I didn't count off. But if you did it like a bunch, I counted off. Guys, you cannot divide. Look, 7x divided by 7x is 1. 7x, anything divided by itself is 1. And that would equal 2 over x. Look, guys, look. This wouldn't have, it's 1 equals 2 over x. Well, there you got them fine, man. You're trying to find x and you don't have x. Okay, close your binder. Look on page 99. Page 99. We're going to review some of the things that we've learned. Page 99. Carpet cleaning costs are shown in this table. The relationship is linear. Explain to me what linear means. It's linear. What does linear mean? No. It's linear. It's what? It's a straight line, guys. It does not mean it goes through the origin. Now, it might. It might go through the origin. But if it's linear, it just means it's a straight line. That means that you have a rate of change and it's going to be constant. So M equals change of y over change of x equals. Okay, which one's x, which one's y? Okay? Guys, listen. Remember, we're doing y over x, y over x, y over x. But on the table, it's not. The cost is your y. The cost depends on how many rooms you clean. Listen to this, guys. This doesn't make any sense. I showed up at your house to clean carpet, and I don't even find out what I'm doing, and I just say, you owe me $200, $500. According to this company, I'm paying for so much for every room to be cleaned. So if somebody came to your house and said that, you would know it wouldn't be correct. Because the cost that you pay them depends on how many rooms you clean. Does that make sense? So why is your independent? Why is your dependent? Why the cost depends on the rooms cleaned. So what we're going to do is find the change in the y's. What is the change? 50. The change in the rooms? 1. So 50 over 1 is 50. Now, guys, they already told us it's linear. So we don't need to go down and do the whole table. We're good right there. We're good. We only need to do 1. They already told us it was linear. So who knows how to write the equation now to find the cost of each room getting cleaned? 50x. 50 is the rate of change, which is also the what? No. Slope. It's the slope. Guys, the slope is your m. M is your slope. That's the rate of change. That's what you're going to multiply x by. And what is x in this case? No. What is x? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the rooms cleaned. Guys, it's how many rooms you get cleaned. It depends on the house as to how many rooms. Okay? But now let's go see if it's proportional. 50 times 1 is what? 50. Plus something's going to have to give us 125. Good. Daniel. 75. Does everybody see where Daniel got 75? Well, no, it doesn't go up 75. Doesn't go up 75. How did he get 75 right there? Good, Sean. 125 minus 50 is 75. The opposite of addition is subtraction. Y'all, you learned that a long time ago. So if I need to know 50 times what plus what is 125, I subtract. Okay, let's do the next one. 50 times 2 is what? And plus 75 gives me 170. Yeah, 175. I just wrote it wrong. 175. So my equation is this, right here. Y equals 50x plus 75. Let's talk about everything. What does y represent? No. What does y represent? The cost. What does 50 represent? The slope, which is the cost per room. There you go. Guys, we've got to know each part of the equation. God bless you. We need to know each part of the equation and what it stands for. That's so important. So 50 is the cost per room. X is the what? Rooms cleaned. Hello, earthy people. X is the rooms cleaned. What is the 75? No. Well, it's a cost, but what kind of cost? 75. It's the y-intercept. It's 75 is the y-intercept, but what does it represent? What is it? 75 what? Dollars, but what is it? I need to know. If somebody's coming to clean my house, I'm not just going to hand them $75 for nothing. I want to know, what's the 75? No, I'm paying $50 for each room. No. The initial fee. Guys, nearly everybody that has, and it might include supplies, it might, there are gas to get there, labor, you don't know. But the $75 is an initial fee. So you're going to pay $75 for them just to come to your house. Then $50 for every room. Does that make sense? So is this proportional?
Yes.
Is it proportional? It's going to go through 0, 0 when we graph it over here. Okay, well, let's do. Hey, this is rooms on your X. This is your cost on the Y. So 0 is what? What is 0? No. What? Thank you, Brooke. Guys, you told me that 75 was your y-intercept. So it's your y-intercept. That's where you're going to start, is at 75. Now what am I going to do? What does the 50 represent? Slope. So I'm going to go over, no, I'm going to go over 1 and up 50. Good. I'm going to go over 1 and up 50 because it's $50 per room. The slope is 50. Okay, now look at number 9. You and your seat partner are going to find out on A, you're going to write the equation. Y equals. You're going to pay for parking and to rent the paddle boat. This is for 1 day. So you've got to figure out what you're going to pay per hour, the cost per hour, and then the parking. You're going to write the equation, and then you're going to answer B with that equation. So on B, look guys, after you get your equation on A, you'll use that equation and fill in to find the salary. Go, your seat partner. I'll be right back there. So if you're watching the video, work number 9 and then turn it back on to listen. Okay, let's go back to number 9 real quick for the recording. Look at number 9. To get the slope, we had to get the rate of change in Y over change in X. So 12 over 1 gave us 12. So we knew the equation started Y equals 12X. Then we had to come over here and find out that 12 times 1 was 12. We had to add 5 to get to 17. So Lynn rented it for 3.5 hours. So $12 per hour, and then plus 5 to park. And we got 47. You take the 47, divide by 2, you get 23.50. Okay, now we're on the group. He was going to take sailboard lessons, group and private. So we already did the group. Changing Y over changing X. I tell you what, if you're listening to the video, stop and then come back on and check your answers with mine, please. Okay, so the only difference in these two is that 30 and 50. The changing Y is 30 over 1 is 30. So 30X, 30 times 1 was 30, plus 25 gave you 55. And then 30 times 2. So you had to pay $25 initial fee, 30 is the slope. That's how much for each lesson. This was the private lessons. You're going to pay $50 per lesson. So you're paying $20 more per lesson. You're paying the same initial fee. Okay. Are we good with that? All right. Look at page 100. Look at page 100. Look at page 100 at the bottom. Okay, real quick. Page 100 at the bottom. Look at this, guys. Hey, everybody cover up the words. Cover up the words and let's look at the graph. Page 100. Hey, what can you tell me about a table without looking at any words? It's linear and it doesn't go through, so it's not what? Proportional. So when I write the equation, I'm going to have to add or subtract something, aren't I? I'm going to add or subtract. So when I write the equation, what is the y-intercept? Plus 300. Now, let's figure out what the slope is. Let's figure out. So, I'm going to use this point that's right there. 15. Go up 15 and put it on that line. Hey, what is the scale going, counting up?
150.
Well, they're tricking us. What's half of 150? 75. So, they were counting by 75 going up. See, they don't number every mark. But the scale is counting by 75. So, keep that in mind. Now, we're going to go over. What's our run?
3.
They tricked you. It's not 3. Nope. Nope. 15. Good. Guys, you're going from 0 to 15. You're counting by 5s on the horizontal scale. And then we're going up. Good. So to get the slope, 75 over 15. Rise over run is what? Rise over run is what? 75 divided by 15. 5x. Now let's go read our story. He earns $300 plus a $5 for each car he parks, a fee for $5. So why is his earnings $5 per car plus the $300 that he gets his salary? Okay, turn the page. Or look at page 102, excuse me. Page 102 at the top. Okay, which one is the slope? Number 2, which one is the slope? Good. What's the y-intercept? 1. So to graph this, guys, this is what some had trouble with yesterday. I hear. Plus 1. You're going to go to 1 right there. It's the y-intercept, plus 1. The slope is 1/2. That's the directions for you to get to your new point. So rise over run. So I'm going to run how many? 2 up. Run 2 up 1. The slope 1/2 is positive. Have you already done this? And then we're going to draw a line. That's how you graph it. Number 3, which one's the slope?
3.
-3. What's the y-intercept? 4. So we're going to start at what? 4. Now I only have a rise. I need a run. So I'm going to put it over 1. -3 over 1 is the same as -3. So I'm going to run 1 down.
3.
Why am I going down? Good. Run 1 down 3. Hey, it's a slope of -3. And my line is going down. How about that? Oh, sorry. Okay. So, everybody, turn it to 103. Look at the very top graph. Look at the top graph. Guys, what's the y-intercept?
2,400.
Good. So he's starting with 2,400 calories he wants to burn. Calories remaining. So he has 2,400 calories to burn. It's going to go down. And look, they did here. They were just asking at 600 calories, how many hours does he have left? 6 hours,
6 hours.
right? I mean, he at 600 calories left to burn after 6 hours, excuse me. After 6 hours. But I want to get the slope. So we're going to use his dotted line and we're going to go over. How much would that be?
6. -6.
Yes.
-6.
And we're going to go from 600 to 2400. What is that?
800. 1800.
Good. 1800. That's okay. So M equals 1800 over -6, which is -300. So he starts off wanting to burn 2400. He burns how much an hour? What does he burn an hour? He burns what?
-300.
Well, he burns. I mean, he loses 300. So -300. Guys, sometimes you know what they'll do? They'll write it like this. They'll turn it around. They'll turn it around. Look, they took the sign with it. He started with 2400 and he loses 300 calories every hour. Same exact thing. Look, the sign went with it. It's the exact same thing. You need to be able to look at it both ways. 2400 is the y-intercept, -300 is the slope. Okay? On the bottom, same kind of problem. They're starting off at 2400, so let's go. Y-intercept is 2400. The slope is -200. Over 1, thank you. We've got a little bit of a problem, though, because the hours count by ones, which is no big deal, but the calories count by what?
1800.
No.
600.
No.
1000.
No. 300, thank you. 300. They don't label every mark, remember? I know, it's confusing. It's 300. So, guys, I want it to be exact. So, I want to do exact. So, I'm thinking, if I go over 3, what do I have to come down to make the -200?
600.
Yay! Good. -600 divided by 3 is -200. So if I go over 3, over 3, I'm going to go down 600, which is how many squares? No, 2 lines to get 600, right? Look, 2 marks is 600. Go over 3 hours, down 600 again. So at 12 hours, he's going to have everything burned off. His 2400. He's going to be at 12 hours. Does that make sense? Okay, turn to 104 or look at 104. Okay, which one's the slope? We better know this. Which one's the slope? 1/2. Which one's the y-intercept?
3.
-3. So we're going to start at what? -3. I've got a rise over a run, so I'm going to run 2 up, run 2 up, 1. Draw my line. And I'm good. Okay? Yes. Number 2. Positive slope, positive slope. So number 2, what's the slope?
-3.
And what's the y-intercept?
2. +2.
+2. Go graph it. Okay. Where'd you start?
At the negative 3.
No, at 2, huh?
Oh.
You got to start at 2. And then we need a run, so I'm going to put over 1. So over 1,
Down 3. So you go to 1.
it's 1, -1, huh? Then go over 1, down 3 again. And look, the slope is negative and our line is going down. Okay. Close your book. Get the cards on the table. The cards on the table. We don't have very long, so you don't have time to talk. Take them out of the paper clip, please.
Partners?
Yes. Take them out of the paper clip, please. Start sorting them out. Make a row. A row is a cross. Make a row. Give half to your partner. Give half up and start sorting because we don't have much time. You're going to sort. Please make a row of equation, a row of equations, a row of graphs, a row of tables, and a row of words, the verbal. And then start trying to match them up.